Good morning. It's Thursday morning. Today we look at Luke 15, 1 through 10, the two of the three parables about things being lost. Now the tax collectors and sinners were all drawing near to hear him. And the Pharisees and the scribes grumbled, saying, "This man receives sinners and eats with them." So he told them this parable. Which of you, having 100 sheep, if he's lost one of them, does not leave the 99 in the open country and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? When he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and his neighbors, saying, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost." Just so, I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who need no repentance. Or what woman, having 10 silver coins, if she loses one coin, does not light a lamp and sweep the house and seek diligently until she finds it? And when she's found it, she calls her neighbors and her friends, saying, "Rejoice with me, for I found the coin that I lost." Just so, I tell you, there is joy before the angels of God over one sinner who repents. So let's talk about this woman first. She's lost a coin, and we're thinking, you drop a penny, a dime, you don't, it's somewhere. She would have had, a woman in those days probably would have had a headdress thing, wedding sort of headdress, and it would have had 10 silver coins sewn into it. And these would have been tiny little coins, barely big enough to see, to stamp anything on, but tiny little coins, and they're sewn into this headdress. Well, if one comes out and falls on the floor, you pick it up, right? Well, you do, except that your floor was probably dirt floors, and there was straw on the dirt floor. So you've got 2 or 3 inches of straw, and you've got to dig around in there and find this tiny little coin about the size of your thumbnail or smaller. It's hard to find because it's dark in your house. There's a little light coming through the windows, but it's not like our rooms where you have all these fluorescent lights. It's dark in there, and you light a lamp. Well, that's a little tiny thing that holds, half a cup of oil. And so it's a little flame, but it's not giving out much light. So you're holding this thing, and you're looking everywhere, and you finally find this coin. And then you're happy because you found it, and it's worth something. It's silver or something, and it's a tenth of your dowry. So you're happy to find it. Same way with the guy with the sheep. Somebody says, "Well, what about, why would you leave 99 sheep unprotected in the countryside and go after the one?" Well, for one thing, nobody had 99 sheep. These were probably all the sheep from the village. And so one's lost, it might not be yours. It might belong to somebody else. And, you are the caretaker. You've got to go find it. You find the sheep and you bring it back, and the other 99, there may have been another shepherd there, caretaker there with them, maybe not, but it's a risk, I guess, that they're willing to take for Jesus' parable. To make sense. They had to say, well, he leaves the 99 and goes to look for the one, which is to say that Jesus is saying to them, I don't need to preach to the Pharisees and the scribes. They already know the law. They're already righteous. I'm going after the ones that are unrighteous, the tax collectors, the sinners, the people that, the motorcycle gang members that are not righteous. I got to go after them. I got to look for the one that's lost and not the ones that are safe. That's what he says he's doing. And he says there's more joy in heaven over those people who come into the kingdom than are found than there is over these these people that are already in it, so to speak. And I'm putting all that in quotes because, he's later going to say to them, well, you're not really in the kingdom either because your righteousness is kind of fake. But we'll go there another time. Okay, so think about those parables today and let them speak to you. And we will see you tomorrow. Have a great Thursday.